The illustrious KBS Hall in Kyoto, Japan. My goodness, I love coming to this venue.
It's so beautiful.
Every single time we're here, I'm excited because it's like it has an energy that flows through the wrestlers and they just want to perform even better.
Yeah, it's weird because this afternoon show specifically, Japan time, it would, in between the matches when it would go dark, the sun coming through that beautiful, beautiful stained glass made such this gold in the arena that I could just hear Stevie Wonder in my head doing the Outsiders. Boy, this is a deep cut. The Stay Gold Pony Boy kind of thing.
It was so gorgeous.
Oh my God, it was beautiful.
This is such an iconic venue, and I love when they're here, and I'm sad that this show is only 2 hours, but it was amazing.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, and I know you will, but I think the last time that we were here was Stardom. It was the sad night that had the iconic picture that we used for a thumbnail from that show.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
We may have used it as... I know I took a picture when it happened from the TV.
Right.
The Donna Del Mondo final reunion where they were all posed in front of the stained glass window.
It was like that month of tears.
Yeah.
As I like to remember it.
Yeah. It was around March time.
It was the longest goodbye. That could be another thing.
The long goodbye.
That could be another name for the whole series of goodbye to these girls.
Absolutely.
Which wasn't nearly as detrimental as one would have thought.
No, it didn't kill Stardom.
No.
If that's what people thought was going to happen.
No, I don't think quite as many people left as what people believed, especially Rossi. But, and so many good things came from it.
Yeah, we're on a freaking roll right this second.
It's almost a lesson for some bigger companies that hold on to talents.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you got to trim the fat.
Yeah, if a talent wants to go.
Not that the people we lost weren't talented.
Right.
But if they didn't want to be here, they weren't going to
And that's
perform.
the thing, right? That's the thing. Sometimes we have these bigger companies that are like, no, we're not going to let you out of your contract, Jimmy, because you twisted your ankle back in February. Just let them go.
Yeah, they'll be better off. You'll be better off.
Yeah, just let them go.
Most big companies have too many wrestlers anyway.
They do. And that way you could focus. I think we've seen our lesson on that in other companies when you've had the small roster that you've maybe developed from one television show. And you're like, okay, I'm going to have these 16 people on this show only. And you're able to develop incredible stories because you're tasked with just these 16 personalities.
Right.
And I really believe there's a beauty to that. I love the shock and awe of, we don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
We could have, anybody. Look, it's Chachi from, Happy Days versus Mr. Bill. That's another deep cut. But it's great. That is great. It's got its place.
Yes.
But damn, I like it when it feels like it's felt here recently when everybody kind of has a story.
Yeah. And it's crazy to think about that time in March and how different Stardom is now, just from that time.
I keep thinking about last year's 5-star.
Oh, that's a lot.
The dissension and the little words and noise here and there. And you always hate that. And I think about it now and you see things like Micah smiling.
Yeah.
All the time.
Having a great time.
You hear about just positivity. You hear about birthday parties. You hear about... And that makes me happy. I like
Everyone
seeing...
seems like they're having fun.
Well, I like seeing the girls lose. Mm-hmm. And kind of being like, I'll
get you next time.
Damn you. I'll get it next time.
One more.
One more.
I think that's happened in every match.
Hold the finger up. One
more.
We're 1-1. All right.
Oh, goodness. But this show in particular was so entertaining from start to finish.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed the heck out of myself, and it flew by.
Well, one of those shows I wasn't expecting to be one of the better shows.
No, we were just kind of like, oh, we're in KBS Hall. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, at least we get to look at the picture the whole time.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, matchup-wise, it wasn't like, some of the matchups were cool.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, this is going to be, but it was. Every match exceeded expectations.
It really did. It did. And we started off here with tournament matches, just right off the bat. In Blue Stars B, we saw Rana Yagami versus Saya Kamatani. And this match, we weren't sure how it was going to start out, if Rana was going to come out with that same fire that she had when she faced Tekla, where she attacked immediately. But this match had another layer of story to it on its own, because not so long ago, these two were the two from Stardom that competed together in the Catch the Wave tournament over in Pro Wrestling Wave. And Rana even said in her post-match comments talking about the bond that she thought they had formed when they were seconding each other during that entire tournament. Like over the course of a month or more, they were going to these shows together because they were both in the tournament, and during Saya's matches, Rana would be out there ringside, and during Rana's matches, Saya would be right there encouraging her. And even when that was over, they had a little tag team experiment in a match together that seemed like they got along really well. And it kind of breaks my heart for Rana, because I think she thought she gained like this new friend. She said she was willing to support Saya as the sole member of Queen's Quest and like help her in any way that she could, but now she hates what she's turned into, just like most people in Stardom do.
Yeah.
And she's still mad at Hate, and she wants to take all of them out, but in this match she didn't let her feelings get the best of her, which was much better because it was a much more competitive match, much longer. It was actually very back and forth. There were moments in this match where Rana was able to like get the better of Saya Kamatani instead of just completely getting obliterated like she did against Tekla.
Right.
And it was really fun to watch. There were some fantastic kicks from Rana, and Saya just doing her flying around like the phoenix she is.
Rana made me believe at times.
Me too. I was
maybe
like,
this is going to be the upset.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if this had gone the other way.
And Saya Kamatani was like, in Japan, the wave catches you.
Yes.
She took her.
Or in this instance, the Star Crusher.
She crushed her stars. And it was a good finish. It was a great opener.
It was.
We had a lot of energy behind Rana.
Yes.
And I was happy with her performance. And
Me
I think
too.
she learns a little bit more each and every time out in these singles matches. And she also is learning life lessons such as don't trust anyone.
Yeah. Which is a
Unfortunately.
sad life lesson to learn.
It is. But when you do learn it, you're much better for it.
It's sad to see like all these friends that Saya was making after the Queen's Quest thing happened. She like started gathering these unlikely friends, like a little found family, and then she just dropped them all. Like,
Yeah.
never mind.
Or did she?
Or did she? But yeah, this was a nice little opener. It was really fun. It was 2.5 stars.
Yes.
In our estimation.
Our estimation index.
Because there wasn't really any like anything major or like any false finishes or like anything that made us go, oh.
No, we never hit the falsies. We had some hope spots, and that's all we asked for.
Yes, exactly. Next, in Blue Stars A, Xena took on Anna Jay in a match that was very different from matches you normally see in Stardom.
It was Xena versus Anna Jay's upper anatomy. So,
yes. This match started out with arm ringers.
One
for
would
days.
think that Xena has something against boobs.
She might.
She brutalizes boobs.
Yes, she did in this match.
Yeah, she
for
did.
Sure.
She did. Black, blue, red.
We started out pretty slow. It was kind of a nice pace. It was like very grapple heavy in the beginning with Anna Jay trying to keep that
love
headlock
the headlock
on.
thing. I love the headlock. I love it. It's almost like a drill.
Yeah.
Where, can you, keep the chain going.
Right.
And she would do headlock takeover. She wouldn't let go of it. She found a way to keep doing the headlock takeover.
And the crowd was like cool with it. They kept going, oh, every time she would keep it on.
Oh, hey, we saw the Destroyer do this. Yeah. I mean, it might have been 71, but it was still good.
It still matters.
Yeah. But it quickly evolves from the headlock takeovers into Xena trying to get that damn chop.
Yeah, it took her a while, like more than halfway through the match. They had to go through like throwing the kicks over each other and stuff, and then they were finally able to get to that.
But have you noticed
fighting spirit spot?
That chop and that fighting spirit spot with the chop has become this thing, this weapon that changes the trajectory of a match.
Absolutely.
No choppy in the first match.
Nobody wants it.
Nobody wants the chop.
I don't blame them. Have you seen their chests afterwards?
I have after last night, yeah. But I'm not seeing one like that in a while.
No, Anna was very unprotected. She should have worn her Korakuen Hall gear for this match because it covered her chest, but she was not ready.
That's why some of the girls that have changed their gear have like chains and stuff over their chest.
They're like Xing off Xena.
Because you know how bad it hurts to chop a chain? It doesn't feel good. And, but that's so funny to me that they're just like, okay, this is my new gear. It goes up to my neck.
Yes. Anna was able to get a few chops in of her own. That sounded really nice, but nothing compared to the thunderous chops of Xena.
No, she took the thunder from down under on the chops. And the thing was, she got to a point, and I love this. In wrestling, we'll say the word kayfabe. We have carny words that mean a million things. Right. So you could say stuff like, "Have you did good on your gimmicks tonight?" Meaning, did you sell a lot of your merchandise?
Right.
But you can also say, "Hey, I need a gimmick for this match," meaning I might need a blade. Right. Or I might need something to pull out of my trunks that is not going to get me arrested. That I can use to cheat with. Or it's the thing that I'm wearing. Right.
That's a nice gimmick you got.
Yeah. The gimmick is I'm a bird. And so we got a lot of names that have multi-uses.
Right.
And I don't even know where I was going with this.
You were going to talk about Anna kayfabing the chops.
Thank you. Thank you. So funny part in this match, and you can go back and watch this, is Xena is just lighting her up.
Yes.
She's lighting her up. And at first, Anna is just a trooper. She's all woman.
She did her best.
She's all woman. She's like, in her mind, she's seeing Manami Toyota. She's just like, she's
Joshi.
Like, this is the stuff I've been watching for a month on YouTube. Oh, give it to me. And it's just like, oh, she's like, holy crap. Okay, that one
takes her longer and longer to get up.
Yeah, what's she doing? And you can always tell when someone is what we call kayfabing it. Okay? Kayfabing it meaning, I'm not going to take that.
At least not the full brunt of it.
I'm not taking it dead on. And what they'll do is they'll turn their shoulder in, okay? It's like this little thing that in your mind helps. And they'll turn their shoulder in instead of giving the full chest. Imagine throwing your shoulders back and pushing your chest out.
Yeah.
Which is what you're supposed to do when you take anything to the chest in wrestling, by the way. You'll say a big deep breath and you put the chest out like a kick or something. But anyway, she was like, took that shoulder in and put both shoulders in.
Yeah, she was climbing the ropes.
Like
she's like, stop.
I like to call it doing the Quasimodo because you don't want to take it and you're kind of like, oh, hey.
To her credit, she took more than I expected.
Yeah.
Because she's not used to that. The Stardom girls will take like 10 of them and be like, all right, cool. But Anna's not. Her chest was not ready.
Well, yeah. And you get this leathery deal with your chest. And it's the same thing. The first time you ever run the ropes, you get black, blue. It's unbelievable. Colors you didn't know existed.
All over your back.
Out of the human body, up and down the sides from running the ropes. And it's terrible. And the old school wrestlers that are training you will go, that'll go away next time, kid. You'll never have it again. It only happens once. You're like, okay, old dead guy that's walking around training me that everybody seems to reverence, but we know that you're going to die soon. Anyway, it was just maybe my experience. But, we go through that and that does heal and it doesn't ever happen again. And it's kind of the same on the chest. You do get it really bad the first time.
Then you form that scar tissue.
It's something inside. Right. You've killed something.
Right.
There's something that doesn't come back. That warning sign that, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen anymore.
She'll be able to take chops like a champ.
Yeah.
Xena did her a favor.
They tend not to hurt as bad too. So after you first destroy all those blood vessels, you're good. So anyway, that was my particular match.
I don't know if they would hurt worse for her because she's a little more well endowed than the average Stardom girl.
I'll only watch it for the headlocks.
Of course. There were many in this match, but Xena was able to get the Thunderstruck for the win and her next 2 points in the tournament.
Thunderstruck. It was a great
match. This was solid match. Great wrestling all around. 3.5 stars.
Absolutely.
Solid.
Absolutely. Love this match.
After that, we saw a little breaker match here. Non-tournament action. Aya Sakura versus Rion, 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And Aya Sakura has recently spoken about how she's the only rookie from her class that has yet to challenge for the Future of Stardom belt, because there's been a lot of talk about that belt right now with the whole Rina and Hina thing happening. The poster they made for that is awesome, by the way.
It's the best.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
But So Aya Sakura is out here trying to make a case for herself, I imagine, against Rion, and that she did.
She absolutely did, and she did a great job with Rion. But I expect nothing less from Aya Sakura because I expect the world from Aya Sakura.
Oh, she's a future champion of many levels.
I want people to rewind this in 10 years when you're searching words with your smart AI computer and find out early mentionings of Aya Sakura.
Yes,
it would be right here. Aya Sakura will be a red belt champion one day.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And
she'll have a long run. Everyone will want to fight her. It'll be great.
She is really good, guys. And
she is.
She's got it all down pat with the selling, with the she's starting to come along with a lot of the match, the storytelling. And I don't know. There's something about her I like. Even at the end of this match, Rion did the thing, did the junior thing.
Yes.
That when they lose, they're like, they have to still show passion and be pissed off, right? They'll take the little handshake. Give me, here's your little stupid handshake, and then I'll push you off because I could get you next time. Yeah. Get away from me. And everybody in the crowd is like, oh, Japanese culture.
What a sweet little muffin.
But Aya was like, no.
She's like, all right, come here.
No, you contentious little bitch, get up. And she just pulls her up like any mom would do to a child who was being snotty.
Yes.
And forcing, by grabbing the back of her hair, forced her to do the bow to all four sides and then pushes her back down.
She's like, there.
That
disrespectful.
That is one of those things you don't sit in the back going over a match and decide, hey, after the match, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
That's
totally off the cuff.
Yeah, that's right off. And that's why I love Aya Sakura.
There was definitely like a big leap in ability from what we saw when she faced Nanami one-on-one in Diana. I think like this match, what looked like an actual well put together match.
Yeah, and I'm not sure she called that match either, but yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But she did get the win with the triangle choke. Very beautiful submission for Aya Sakura.
Yes.
Then we were back into the tournament action.
Blue Stars B.
Hot and heavy here. Blue Stars B. Tekla versus Hanan. And Hanan came out here with a mission. She attacked Tekla before all of the fanciness of the introductions could be done. So she was ready to win because she's been having some trouble. She had that quick loss in Korakuen Hall to Saki Kashima.
She was full Gryffindor.
She was not messing around. Unfortunately, Tekla got her out of the ring and started doing the throw into the chairs.
Our least favorite spot of Stardom, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so overdone. If it wasn't done in every single match with a member of Hate in it, it wouldn't be so bad.
Have you noticed the Japanese uprising? Have you noticed how some of the fans now are nearly refusing to move?
Yeah. Especially for Tekla when she yells at them in English. They're like,
yeah,
that's not how things are done.
Yeah, they're not doing it. They're not moving. And on this particular match, Tekla had to be like, "Are you effing stupid?"
Yeah,
you know,
are you an idiot?
And
no, they don't speak English.
Then the other girls came over and was just like, please move.
Yeah, could you please get out of here?
Plus, these chairs look like they're $5,000 a piece.
God, the KBS Hall chairs look brutal to take because they're those like dining room chairs, like they're metal frame with the nice cushions in gold.
You know, whoever the caretaker was that night that gets paid minimum wage to watch the building while the wrestling happens.
Yeah,
that's not there during the day at KBS Hall. It's kind of like, what are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing at the chair? Hey, you can't use the chairs. You can't use the chairs.
Early GCW flashbacks. But...
Oh no, it's flashback from anyone who's ever worked an indie show ever at like an armory where the armory guys just like getting the guns out.
Right, they're like, don't touch our
chairs. That's our chairs.
Tekla even picked up a few of them and threw them at Han, and I was cringing. I was like, please don't do that. Those chairs look like they hurt.
yeah. I'm more worried about how much they cost, but yes.
And I mean, Hanan was able to get a little bit of control in this match, like at the 5-minute mark, but she was pretty much on the back foot this entire time. It was Cell City here for Hanan, which she is impeccable at, so it wasn't that hard to watch, but...
it's a crappy thing to be good at.
Even when she was able to roll Tekla up in the 17, Konami decided to interfere a little and pull Tekla out of it so that it didn't result in the win at that point. But Tekla made the biggest mistake you can make as a heel in wrestling.
Always.
She pulled Hanan up out of the 3 count herself.
Yeah, we've only seen that successful maybe once, and that was recent.
It was Azumi.
Yeah.
Yes, but Tekla did this, and Hanan is probably the worst person to do this to because she has so much fire in her that if you give her the slightest bit of edge, she's going to use it against you.
Yeah, and she gets wronged easily.
She does.
She takes everything personal, which is a sign of greatness.
Yes.
By the way.
So by the match not ending here, she was able to get Tekla in the Hanan special, which is an absolutely insanely brutal move, and win the match.
Yeah.
So Hanan beat Tekla here.
Yeah, Hanan beat Tekla, even with all of the chicanery.
Yes.
And then talked a little crap on the stick afterwards.
She did. She was mad.
Yeah, she was.
Very hot about everything. I don't blame her.
But once again, in the tournament, we get signs that people were worried about, and they're overcome again.
Yes.
So it seems like a theme of, okay, we might have some of this, but our heroes are overcoming it.
It is so nice to see because, granted, we did pick Hanan to win this match on our last review.
Right.
But over the course of the match, when she was just getting the tar beat out of her, you're kind of like, oh, Tekla's just going to take this.
Oh, yeah. That's
She's going to get that death drop and it's going to be over.
Yeah, it's what it felt like because there was no back and forth, as you said. It was very much.
Very one-sided.
Yeah.
But Hanan with the win and 2 more points. I'm so happy for her. This was actually their first singles match. And I think backstage she was kind of surprised that she was able to get the win the first time facing Tekla one-on-one. But I'm so happy for her. This was a solid match. Right there in the 3.5 star range.
Oh, absolutely.
As far as match goes. Just because Hanan didn't get a lot of offense. It was very one-sided.
Yeah, it was
and frustrating at points.
But it was great.
Next, we had what I would consider the match of the night, all said and done. There was another really good match after this, but it was for different reasons. Blue Stars A, Koguma versus Starlight Kid.
This was so good.
The bear versus the tiger.
This was so good. This was so good. You got to go feeling bad for Koguma.
Yes.
At the first, because Starlight Kid is...
Oh, she was so sad.
Starlight Kid is so over.
She is. She's a fan favorite.
Yeah. But as the baby face, even more than I've ever seen her over,
people love Starlight Kid.
It's kind of taken on a new air because, she's not trying real hard. She's just doing tiger ears versus the bear ears.
Yeah. And she's doing the Kuma dance, but...
people are yelling instead of Kuma, Kuma. They're yelling whatever the word for tiger is. But I apologize. I didn't prepare well enough.
They were not yelling Kuma is the point. And Koguma took it very personally. She even got out of the ring and was like, I'm going home. But Starlight went to get her and everyone started to yell Kuma. And they did the dance and they didn't betray each other. They got all the way to the end and did the bear and the tiger thing. And it was very cute. Very, very cute. But one of the things I love that Starlight's doing in this tournament, which is very reminiscent of old Starlight Kid, is wearing the masks that represent her opponent.
Tora.
There you go.
Tora.
So she had the orange and the blue on.
Yes.
For Koguma. And she did this during her high-speed championship run. She would bring a mask out that represented her opponent and then wear it on her cape after she beat them as like, this is all the heads I've collected.
Yes.
But now it feels like almost an honor.
Yeah.
Like she's honoring her opponent by wearing their colors.
She's honoring her mask maker.
Yeah. She's paying them well.
Yeah. They got a brand new house down by the sea.
She's so good. After the dance, they both immediately tried to end the match using a Kuma roll.
Yeah.
And clearly Starlight didn't practice her Kuma roll enough because she wasn't able to get on top of Kuma, which allowed her to get out. But they also, there was some crazy moments in this match, like Koguma putting on a sleeper hold and spinning Starlight around with it. I was like,
that was
what is
brutal.
happening right now?
Yeah, I thought that was brutal, and I thought it might be like near the end at that point because I was like, what in the hell's happening?
Absolutely. Starlight spent the whole match targeting the leg, as she does. She just went immediately for it right out of the gate and started trying to throw on the Black Tiger leg kill. And for anyone who doesn't watch a lot of Stardom, I call each version of the Black Tiger leg kill a different phase.
Yes.
So there's phase 1, stretch muffler. Phase 2 is like El Desperado's numero dos, where you got the stretch muffler and the arm. So I call it numero dos.
Right.
And then stage 3, where you got the stretch muffler, the arm, and then Starlight puts her leg around your neck, and there's no
escape
getting out of that one. So she does phase 1 and phase 2, and then as soon as they hear the 3-minute call for the time limit, they just go to another level entirely.
Yeah.
The 3-minute call starts with the second phase of the Black Tiger leg kill. There's a ton of 1 and 2 count spots.
Yeah.
Back and forth, back and forth. And then Starlight throws on that phase 3 Black Tiger leg kill, and Kuma has to tap out.
Yeah. It's an amazing match.
It is.
That probably could be more than 4 stars, but it was absolutely 4 stars.
Absolutely 4 stars at the very least.
Yeah. It was such a good match.
It was so entertaining. And these two, I mean, they're both high-speed wrestlers. They know each other very well, but they haven't faced one-on-one in years. So seeing them go at it like this and just gel so flawlessly.
2021.
Yeah, when they last faced.
They lost. Kuma actually beat Starlight in the 5-star, which earned her a shot
at the high-speed title, which she lost.
Yes, she lost.
So now Starlight owns the deciding win
2-1
over Koguma.
maybe one of them. Maybe they're having that translated to them right now because of this podcast. So we know a few of people that listen. So
yes. So this was such a great match, and I was like totally pumped at this point in the night because it had been going so well, but I was not prepared for what would come next.
Yeah.
Like absolutely unprepared for the semi-main event.
Oh, absolutely.
A Blue Stars B match where Saki Kashima took on Risa Sera. Oh my God. So we came out here as we do with Saki carrying the Pachinko sponsorship that she's had the entire tournament. And Risa Sera's in the ring already, waiting for her very politely. But Saki goes to the middle of the ring after the match starts to do her read. She starts doing it, and Risa gets closer to her to see what she's holding, I guess, and to kind of get a closer look. And Saki immediately freaks out, like Risa's going to attack her, and starts running. Yeah. And Risa's like, no, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to do anything. And runs after her to get her because she went backstage.
She reminds me of a deer.
She's so funny.
She's a deer.
And if you're going to be scared of someone, Risa Sera is a good pick.
Yeah.
Because she's a big girl. She's a deathmatch wrestler. So I'm sure Saki came into this like, God, she's going to kill me. And as soon as she got close, Saki just ran. And Risa ran after her. They're backstage for a good 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And the whole time they're back there, Rana picks up the sign and is like shilling it for Saki because she's a good friend. But you can hear Saki yelling from backstage.
Oh, it's the best. It is absolutely the best.
Eventually, Risa drags her back out to the ring and gets her in there with the sign and hands it to her and is like, you do your thing. I'm going to stand over here. And she's like, I promise. I'll put my hands behind my back. I'm not going to do anything. So she stands there. And Saki very quietly starts to do the read, and Risa's like, huh? What? I can't hear you. Do it properly.
Yeah, do it right.
So Saki does it, and Risa claps for her, and we're all happy. But then Saki smacked her over the head with the Pachinko sign. So bad on Risa for trusting her, I guess.
Yeah, you can't trust Saki.
There was also a huge, giant, big swing in the middle of this match while Saki was still holding the ad in her hands. Daichi had to climb the ropes to get out of the way because the sign added so much width to the swing. He didn't want to get hit. And afterwards, Saki was so sick that she crawled out of the ring and just crawls to the corner of the arena.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. And then Daichi gets onto Rana. He's like, Rana!
He's telling her to go get her. He's like, come on, get her back in the ring. And
poor
Risa's
Rana
like,
dripping in sweat because it's 9,000 degrees in this place to start with. And she's had to do everything. And she has had her own match and stuff. She pulls Saki back.
Yes.
She ends up holding a bucket for Saki that puts
like the rest of the match.
Yeah, she puts her head in it at one point, mimicking the fact she's throwing up, which is just fantastic.
This Saki Kashima is a comedic genius. Okay?
She is. Her timing is impeccable.
She did get a few moves in there was a little bit of wrestling back and forth. Yeah. And she tried to throw on the Kishikaise, but Risa Sera was able to reverse it for her own pin very quickly.
And she was surprised.
Get the 3 count. She was.
Yeah.
Even backstage, she was like, it was so fast. I don't even know how I did that.
Yeah, no, it was my favorite. It's bad to say. It's my favorite Risa Sera match that I can remember.
It was a great match.
It was just so much fun.
To Risa Sera's, she was great too, comedically.
Well,
she did a great job.
She's such a good straight person. And,
She is.
But she really led into this. And my
This
God,
was so fun.
Saki Kashima is the gift we don't deserve.
I kind of wish she had gotten the win here after all that, but I think she just couldn't get over that dizziness. She was just too out of it.
She won.
she wins in our hearts.
Yeah, she won in the right kind of way because she's an icon.
I just know that I spent this entire match laughing, and it was such a joy to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing to see from time to time.
It is. As far as wrestling matches go and comedy matches go, it's a good 3.5 star match.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of wrestling.
And of course, we grade Saki matches on the Saki scale.
Yes, on the Saki scale, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's a 3.5.
It was great. And then, in the main event following that whole debacle, we got to see a Blue Stars A match where Miyu Amasaki took on Saori Ano. And as we know, Miyu Amasaki is from Kyoto. Mm-hmm. This is her hometown, why she's in the main event.
And right up the street, who grew up?
Right up the street in Shiga was where Saori Ano was from.
Yes.
So this entire match was completely coded with Kyoto versus Shiga.
Yeah. Imagine your local high school versus the high school up the street. That's basically what this rivalry is. And it's a lot of fun there. But both places are beautiful. Both places are on the lake. Yes.
And this match started with Miyu stopping to ask Saori Ano where she was from, even though I'm pretty sure she knew.
Oh, she knew. She knew.
We had dueling chants from the crowd at first and during the forearm spot back and forth where they were yelling Shiga and Kyoto. Because you got to imagine there's some Shiga people that came down to see this match. And it was a delight.
It was.
Match-wise, there wasn't a ton going on.
Right.
Like Miyu Amasaki pulled out every single DDT she has in her arsenal for the pride of Kyoto.
Yeah,
she was like, I can't let my people down.
It was every DDT variation known to man.
Unfortunately, Miyu Amasaki was not able to win this match for herself or for Kyoto because Saori Ano hit the Tantandol, and that's just all she wrote.
I mean, honestly, it didn't have the main event feel.
It didn't. I would have put Starlight Koguma in the main event, I think. But following that Saki Kashima match, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it felt more like wrestling than the Saki Kashima match. But
yes,
I mean, it just never got to that main event level of
like
back and forth,
gasping and wondering who's really going to win.
I never once felt that Saori Ano was in trouble.
No, and it makes sense at this level in their careers. They faced a while ago in the 5-star, and Miyu's not able to climb that mountain yet, but she's determined to come back and eventually get a win in Kyoto.
I'm getting better.
I'm getting better. So that brings us 3.5 stars.
3.5, yes.
That brings us to our current standings. I'm just going to go over Blue Stars because Red Stars hasn't changed from the last show, clearly.
Right.
So now, in Blue Stars A, we have Saori Ano and Starlight Kid tied at the top with 5 points each. Shiri and Xena each have 4 points. And Anna J, Miyu Amasaki, and Koguma all have 2 points. Now, no one in Blue Stars has been eliminated yet. They haven't been in danger yet because this is only the third night of Blue Stars action, so they haven't had as much craziness as Red Stars either. They're all still pretty even, but we're getting close to the point where people are going to start getting eliminated.
Oh, absolutely. And if you went through Blue Stars B,
we have Saya Kamatani still at the top with 6 points, undefeated. Hanan with 5 points. Risa Sera has 4 points. Suzu Suzuki has 3 points. And Rana Yagami, Saki Kashima, and Tekla all have 2 points.
So I still have to say that, pick-wise, we're still pretty up there because Shiri with the 4, Saori Ano 5, and Starlight Kid 5 are definitely
the top.
Yeah, two of those. I mean,
it feels like 2 of them are probably going to the quarterfinals.
Saya Kamatani and Hanan, I think, are the picks on.
They're my picks for sure. Yeah,
absolutely. I think they're going to make it. I would like it to be. Oh my God. I would like it to be, personally, Starlight and Shiri.
Yeah, me too.
But I just don't see Saori Ano not going.
So Starlight Kid has 2 matches left. She has the potential to get 9 points total, so 4 more. And she's facing Xena and Miyu Amasaki still. So 2 pretty cool matches for Starlight. Shiri has 3 of her matches left, so she could still get 10 points. She still has to face Xena, Koguma, and Miyu Amasaki. So Starlight and Shiri have a similar schedule still moving forward.
I think Koguma beat Shiri.
You think it's going to be a Kuma roll situation?
I do.
Or like a really brutal match and then a Kuma roll?
No, I think it'll be a quicker thing on that one. Absolutely.
As far as Blue Star B potential winners go, Saya Kamatani still has to face Suzu Suzuki, Hanan, and Saki Kashima. And Hanan still has to face Saya and Rana Yagami. So that Saya Hanan match is gonna tell us a lot, I think.
I can't wait to see Saya Kamatani in there with Saki Kashima.
Me either. Saki's gonna be mad.
Yeah, that's
big mad.
That's big mad.
I can't wait.
That's gonna be
Saki might beat her.
I think we're gonna see I think that might be where we see like wrestling Saki.
Yeah, I think so too. Because we kind of saw Saki a little bit, like,
because she'd be like, "Bitch, I'm an original."
Yeah,
like I've been here since since
the dawn of time.
Since the dawn of time, since the first year, right?
Yeah, she's like an OG.
Yeah,
Stardom.
She's
girl.
an OG GG.
She was in the very first 5-star Grand Prix.
Yeah, so I mean,
before her long break.
Well, hey, listen. If anybody can make a lot of breaks, it's me.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter. You still start it when you start it.
You did. So we have a show again tonight, August 18th at midnight our time in the Eastern time zone, 1 p.m. Japan time in Hyogo. It is a Red Stars night.
Yes.
So let's do our picks, shall we?
We shall.
So Red Stars A, Maika versus Ruaka.
I think I'll go Maika.
I think that's the safe bet. Maika's probably going to win. Hazuki versus Yuna Mizumori. I'm pretty sure if Yuna loses this, she's out. She doesn't have any points yet. If Yuna goes down here, she's eliminated.
No, that's so sad for Yuna. So Hazuki's going to win.
I'm going to bet on Yuna. I think Yuna's going to keep herself alive for one more week, one more event.
All right.
And then Natsupoi versus Konami.
It's a shame for Konami as well.
You think Poi is going to win here?
Yeah.
Make her way to 6 points. Could leave Konami at 4. They both have 4 points right now. They're kind of neck and neck.
Poi's going to decimate her.
I'm going to agree with you. I think Poi is going to win. I want Poi to win, so I'm going to pick her. In Red Stars B,
no!
Mayu Iwatani versus Azumi. Both of them have 6 points currently. Although 2 of Azumi's points have come from 2 draws, so she isn't she's still undefeated, as is Mayu, but Mayu can still get 12 points while Azumi can only get 10. So
this is Azumi's night.
You think Azumi continues undefeated and goes to 8 points over Mayu Iwatani?
It's just after that last Mayu match, my God, I want her to win everything. I want her to go all the way. But who could lose? I don't think Mayu Iwatani's going to lose to Azumi.
No, I think Mayu Iwatani's going to go undefeated at this point. I want her to, so I'm going to put all my hope and dreams into it.
All right. Well, for the energy in.
And in a battle of the absolute losers, Tam Nakano versus Momo Watanabe.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
The question here is who's going to have more fight, considering both of them are eliminated and they have nothing to fight for in this tournament anymore.
Tam.
Is Tam going to try to make an example of Momo going into her red belt match? I think so too. I think Momo's just not feeling it this year. I think she's just over it.
I think Tam's loss is what ignited her.
Yeah, and the challenge from Natsukatora probably facing her second will definitely light a fire under Tam Nakano. And then a match I'm very excited for.
Jesus Christ, what a match.
Saya Ida.
My God.
Versus Mei Seira. And if Saya Ida loses, she's out of contention for the finals.
Well, Saya Ida's not going to lose. You
think she's gonna beat Mei Seira here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Saya Ida too. We're gonna get big match Ida here. She's gonna do all the high speed stuff.
Okay, listen.
And beat Mei Seira and get a high speed title match.
Do you realize there's only like 2 matches that aren't epic matches?
Yeah, I know. Red Stars is freaking stacked.
I mean, this is like an epic pay-per-view level, even better than pay-per-view. This is God mode.
Even those first two matches I'm excited for because one's a Micah match.
I'm excited right now. Like my legs are shaking.
and the Hazuki Yuna match is probably going to be better than you think it would be.
I can't wait, dude. I'm fired up.
Me too. And we're only we're getting there.
Yeah, we're hours away.
12 hours, but still.
Yeah.
We're excited. We hope you're excited. Yeah. And we want to thank you so much for joining us on all of these reviews for every episode of the 5-Star Grand Prix review. It's been so much fun doing this for every single episode as they come out. We are going to get a normal episode out very soon, to talk about all the stuff going into All In and all that stuff. So if you listen to us for that kind of thing, then you look forward to that. But we're neck deep in the 5-Star Grand Prix right now, and we are having the time of our lives.
Yes.
We hope you're enjoying it just as much as we are and that you're enjoying listening to us. Make sure you follow us on all the socials at Wrestling Is Her, on YouTube if you like to listen to podcasts on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, all that good stuff. Live tweet with us on X during all of the Stardom shows for the rest of the 5-Star Grand Prix and beyond that because we watch all the live shows live if we are capable of it. But for now, I'm Raja. He's John. And thank you so much for listening to Wrestling Is Her.
Bye.